outraged residents in Chicago making it clear, hey, they don't want to be considered a sanctuary city anymore. Roll tape.
Do you, as a resident of Chicago, believe that we should remain a sanctuary city?
We have the ideal guest to address this situation. His name is Tom Homan, and he knows a lot about the border. My question is, Tom, if they did take away sanctuary city status in Chicago, what would that mean?
Well, first of all, it means the city would be a lot safer. Because every illegal alien in the city of Chicago that commits a crime right now gets released back in the community to reoffend against the very community they live in, the immigrant community. So this will allow ICE to go into Cook County Jail, and those who are in the country legally, put a detainer on them, and when Cook County's done with them, arrest them and deport them. Not only remove them from the community so they can't reoffend, remove them from the country.
So at the moment, but they are a sanctuary city, so ICE can't go get them.
No, if you think about this, the local law enforcement locks them in a jail cell because they're obviously a public safety threat. That's why they lock them up. Yeah. And ICE can't get access to the jail to talk to the person, even though he's in the country illegally. And again, remove him from the community and from the country so he can't reoffend. And the second thing this does, it allows more resources for the local community. I've been contacted by 2 separate pastors with the black community who are outraged that they're paying millions of dollars to house illegal aliens, giving them 3 square meals a day, giving them medical attention when the black community feels like they've been left behind because they don't get those kind of benefits from the city.
Well, they spend $40 million a month on illegals in Chicago. That's a lot of money.
And meanwhile, there's homeless vets on the streets of Chicago who are not getting any help.
That don't work. The migrant caravan, 7,000 strong, close to the southern border. Spell it out for us. What happens when they arrive?
Catch and release. The Secretary Mayorkas, that's his policy. They'll be caught, they'll be processed, they'll be flown to the city of their choice at taxpayer expense and get work authorization while they fight their case. There's no consequence to crossing the border legally. Under the Trump administration, they're either detained or removed. There was no catch and release. And as long as they keep catching and releasing, they're going to keep coming. There's no downside. They're going to keep coming to the greatest nation on earth, knowing they're going to take advantage of these lax border policies.
They can go anywhere they like? So
yeah.
I want to go to Seattle. I want to go to New York.
Exactly. They get to choose where they go, and we're going to fly them there on taxpayer dime. Then we're going to put them in a hotel here in New York City. They'll get 3 squares a day. They'll get medical attention. They'll get transportation. They'll even get help, money from the city of New York to fight their immigration case. They'll get money to fight the government on the deportation proceedings.
I've got to move on from this because my head's exploding. But look, that last one. Republicans have linked border funding with more aid for Ukraine and for Israel. Do you think it's good to lump them all together?
Absolutely. Whatever it gets to get the Democrats to take care of the border situation. They want Ukraine funding. They're more concerned about the border of Ukraine than they are about the border here on our southern border, which is a huge national security crisis. We don't know who's coming across the border. We know we got 1.7 million gotaways, and we know they've arrested 284 people on the terrorist watch list. How many of that 1.7 comes from a country sponsored terror? So if this forces Democrats to come to the table, then I'm all for it. And this is not a money issue. It's not a funding issue. This is a policy issue. What the Republicans in the House want is a policy change, because this is a policy problem, not a funding issue.
But the Democrats are taking an enormous political risk. If there is a terrorist incident in the United States linked to a border crosser, an illegal border crosser, and they open the border, the political consequences for the Democrats are extraordinary. They're taking huge risk.
I've been screaming about this for 2 years. The biggest concern I have in the southern border is the national security crisis. Why did 1.7 million people choose not to take advantage of the giveaway program? Turn yourselves in, get released, get flown to the city of your choice, get work authorization, and get money to fight your case. Why did 1.7 million people pay more to get away? Because they don't want to be vetted, they don't want to be fingerprinted. This should scare the hell out of every American.